Hey everyone, and welcome back to Money Boost. Today we're going to be talking about the fraud claims Nikola Motors is facing. Make sure you stay until the end so you don't miss out on the huge heat Nikola Motors is facing. Your mind will be blown. The electric vehicle business. Tesla TSLA minus 1.2% has been the main stock market headline in the electric vehicle business, becoming the most valuable car company in the world, and passing Visa to become the 7th largest US company by market cap. But almost as popular amongst EV company value news this year has been Nikola Motor, the innovative new energy truck maker founded by Trevor Milton. When Nikola and VectolIQ Acquisition Corp closed a merger on June 3rd, the combined company hit nearly $29 billion in value by June 9th, although more recently the high was more like $18 billion. Nevertheless, it was a startup fairy tale to rival Tesla's. But then revelations by forensic financial analyst Hindenburg Research on September 10th claimed Nikola is an intricate fraud, and Nikola's value started tumbling. If you've been in the tech business for a while, you'll be filled with a tremendous sense of déjà vu. Hindenburg already made the comparison with Theranos, which is the most recent top headline company investigated for fraud by the US Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. Nikola Motors goes public. Do you know when Nikola Motors, NKLA, went public, its founder Trevor Milton sold $70 million worth of shares? Do you know that he claimed Nikola is producing 3 gigawatt electricity at their headquarters, which was false? Do you know that Nikola misled investors by showing a video of a Nikola truck going on their highway, but that truck was actually not operational and was only going downhill? Nikola fired back at a scathing report by an analyst with a short position in the company's stock that accused it of being an intricate fraud, denying its findings and retaining a high-profile law firm for a possible legal response. Yet Nikola shares fell further on Friday. The hydrogen truck maker has revealed said to have nothing to make hidden, and we will refute the allegations. Nikola also hired Kirkland & Ellis LLP, a law firm that often works with automakers to evaluate potential legal recourse, including with respect to the activist, short seller, and any other acting in concert. Nikola's core business is to be semi-trucks powered by hydrogen fuel cells and batteries and a network of fueling stations to power them. The hydrogen is being made by Nikola, relying mainly on electrolysis to extract the element from the water using renewable electricity. The company has 14,000 orders for the emission-free trucks, led by beer maker Anheuser-Busch, with plans to begin delivering hydrogen models in 2023. Prior to that, it will sell battery-powered trucks produced with partner Levico in Europe. It is building a plant in Arizona to produce its Nikola 1, 2, and 3 models. Nikola NKLA founder and executive chairman Trevor Milton is out of the company after his deception has been exposed and the company is starting to feel the pressure from all sides. Nikola is currently in hot water after a recent report from Hindenburg Research made several allegations exposing deception by Nikola and his founder Trevor Milton, including several claims corroborated in previous reports from Electrek and Bloomberg. For the most damning one, the claim that they faked the first video of their hydrogen truck driving, the company even admitted to it without issuing an apology, and instead they claimed their deception was due to a technicality. Milton still owns about 20% of Nikola's shares, worth around $2 billion. However, Nikola's stock price is down more than 25% in pre-market trading following the news that Milton is out. Update, down 20% and over $2 billion in market cap erased. Nikola is also reportedly facing probes from the SEC and DOJ regarding their pattern of deception that is coming to light. GM gets into the picture. Some weeks ago, there was a joint conference that involved GM CEO Mary Barra and Nikola's Trevor Milton, where they announced a $2 billion partnership where GM would take 11% of the startup. We asked GM if any of the recent news would affect their decision. Negotiations are still underway for the deal between GM and Nikola. The companies missed their September 30th initial target date for the finalizing of the agreement. Nikola's share price has been battered by the fraud allegations, with shares of Nikola down 53% since the partnership was announced, as of Thursday. CNBC's Phil LeBeau reportedly said on September 30th that GM might take a bigger stake in Nikola, given the fact that Nikola's share price has dropped precipitously since the deal was announced. GM's proposed 11% stake was worth about $2 billion when the deal was penned. Now it's worth less than half of that much. Our transaction with Nikola is still on, a GM rep said on September 29th, according to Reuters. We are continuing our discussions with Nikola and will provide further updates when appropriate or required. Electrek's take. The official story is that Milton was asked to be removed. We know that stepping down voluntarily is often something employed to save face when executives in these situations have been forced out. And while he still owes over 5% of the company and will have to report his quarterly ownership in Nikola, he might not have to report his transactions as they happen now that he is not an active member of the team, or an officer, or an insider anymore. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts unloading his position, and without having to report his sales of the stock, that would make it a lot easier. Hopefully the SEC and DOJ are going to be able to get the most of that money back. Why would anybody buy a vehicle from them now, knowing that the whole company started based on a web of lies? These are the problems that plague Nikola Motors. Nikola Motors has no manufacturing. Building a prototype of something is one thing, and producing that product in a factory on a massive scale is another thing. Nikola Motors have not shown us any HFC technology prototype yet, let alone make it on a large scale. As of today, they sourced a few HFC from a third party and retrofitted them into their vehicle. Nikola Motors has zero software. Software is a critical part of any electric vehicle. However, the way Trevor Milton described the software in their vehicle in the following video is embarrassing. Slow-going sales. Although Nikola touts reservations for 14,000 fuel cell electric trucks, it says that these are worth about $10 billion of sales. Those are far from done deals. The company told prospective investors in April that it was negotiating with specific fleet partners to convert pre-orders into binding contracts with deposits. For Nikola, a contract with America's largest original equipment manufacturer by sales boosted credibility, Wedbush analysis said, and its share prices. Following the announcement, Nikola's stock prices jumped 53%, market insiders previously reported. For GM, the deal was supposed to pay for itself. Nikola would pay GM $700 million to engineer and manufacture the Badger, and in turn, GM would show off its Ultium battery in the new truck and collect 80% of the emissions credits for the vehicle. As part of the deal, GM would also be on the executive provider of fuel cells list for Nikola's semi-trucks, excluding Europe. 2 days later, Hindenburg Research released the explosive report, Nikola, How to Parlay an Ocean of Lies into a Partnership with the Largest Auto OEM in America. Hindenburg Research announced that it gathered extensive evidence that it said indicated that Nikola is an intricate fraud built on dozens of lies over the course of its founder and executive chairman Trevor Milton's career. On September 10th, the firm had a short position on Nikola, which means that it stands to profit if Nikola's share prices go down. The report said that Nikola made false or misleading claims about having proprietary battery technology, natural gas wells, solar panels, and hydrogen production capabilities. The report also said that while Milton claimed Nikola designed key components of its vehicles in-house, the technology actually was licensed or bought from third parties. In addition, Hindenburg Research said that Nikola presentations of its semi-trucks, the Nikola One, were a total farce. During one event, the electric vehicle company claimed that the truck's electrical systems worked, but Hindenburg's report said that there was an electrical cable under the stage secretly powering the truck. Whether Nikola Motor will take a place in this pantheon of shame is still very much up in the air. The Hindenburg Research claims seem conclusive and damning when you first read them, until you get to the end, where you see where their interests truly lie. Now that, unsurprisingly, lawyers are involved, it could be many months or even years before the complete truth comes out. But as the online revolution had the dot-com bubble burst in 2000, leaving many corporate casualties, the EV revolution has clearly now reached a point in the infamous Gartner hype cycle, where expectations are massively inflated. Some of today's companies will succeed, like probably Tesla. Some have already failed despite having promising products, like the original Fisker Automotive, and others are just frauds who never had what they promised. We will eventually find out if Nikola Motor is truly in the last category at some point, but even if you're not a stockholder yourself, it's definitely going to be fun watching the story develop. While you're here, go ahead and click on one of these 2 videos on your screen. See you there!